Hello, welcome back. This is Civil Engineering Instrument Survey Map Part 3, and my name is Sue. And let's start by going back and looking at our the final map again. That will be and then what you get. So what we're going to work on now is labeling the road, showing you where you're getting this number, which is 60-foot wide right-of-way width. We're going to figure out how to label the adjacent lot owners. In this case, you only have 3 left, right, and a big parcel to the what's west of our property. Or in this case, north. Sorry, I forgot we rotated north. All right, so let's go back to our drawing. And then we do have a lot of reference materials. There's something that I love to use and utilize in my job. It's called mapshaper.org. So I have links on my own computer, but we're just gonna type it. It's basically it's an OpenGIS website, and I can download files, and I maintain in my file something called export. And what it does is Monroe County provides something called the shapefile, and I can get individual shapefiles for each job by defining that I want each joiner, and I define a width of like 10 foot so that I get the ones that touch our subject parcel. So everything remains in a zip file. I just drag it over here and I say import. And if I come over here and say inspect and touch this is our current parcel. It matches up with what you're seeing on the tax map. This is the back northerly piece that is owned by the town of
I think it's Brighton.
Brighton. And then our left adjoiner and our right adjoiner. So let's start with our left adjoiner. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and just grab this number here. This is called the print key, but it's actually the tax account number. Again, I'm a big fan of copying and pasting. This is a very nice program because it's like virtually like Notepad, where it doesn't assign any kind of fonts. It's not going to screw up your font style. So if you go copy, you come to your AutoCAD drawing. Here is a piece of a joiner text that I use, and I just kind of plunk it pretty close to the middle of this other property, and I'm filling in the tax account number, and then I'm simply pasting that here. Okay, and that's where we start filling in some information. We're just going to go back and forth a couple times here. Website, MapShaper, and I'm only going to use the number, I assume, because we're going to label the name of the road that people will be able to figure out it's also 167 Fairfield Drive. So I'm just going to copy the number, the house number to the left of the property. Just going to fill it in here. We're going to go back, bounce back. And the other piece I'm looking is at we have something called descriptions a description, and then description line 1, description line 2. It's telling me a few different things. It's showing me the name of the subdivision here. It's also showing me L2, which means that it's lot 2. Don't know why. I'm just trying to copy that. Paste it. And then All right. So another thing I can show you. Let's go back and refer to the tax map, and I'll show you why that what matches to the information on that. So I just call that lot 2, which you're seeing here. The 4 is the end number of that tax account number. And if I zoom all the way out here, this bottom number here is the beginning numbers of that tax account. So it's actually a tax account number, block, or parcel, and lot number. And that's how you read a tax map. So we're just going to go back and fill in. So we got that left adjoiner done. We can just go ahead and copy this to the right. Go back to here, highlight this one, copy, and paste. So you can see I'm just kind of going back and forth. This is 147. And we're going to look down here, and now it says it's lot 22, which is interesting. It's very different than the other one. And we can confirm it all by looking at the tax map again. So if I went back to the tax map here and zoomed up on it, so that ends in -6, and it says this. See this one down here says lot 2, lot 1. So this was maybe built at a different time. It's now lot 22. Probably a different section of the subdivision. And then you can see this parcel back here is that big piece that is owned by the town of Brighton. Land's town of Brighton. I believe it's their garage or town hall garage or something like that. Let's go back. Let's go back to here. I'm seeing that this is going to highlight that number. Come back to AutoCAD. I'll copy this up. Okay. Now, I don't think that, if I remember right, this doesn't have a lot number, and I know that's town of Brighton. So instead of actually saying lot number, I'm actually going to type in something called, and I really only do this for town-owned properties. I'm going to just simply type in, shockingly, the town of Brighton. We have another. And let's go back here and see if they define a street address. Interesting, they do. So that's to the right here is, or to the, over here would be Elmwood Avenue. And because a lot of times when these upper parcels above the boundaries, I do include the full address, because it'll be a different street name than what we're going to assign down here. Oops. All right. Again, I'm not a fan of just typing away. So I'm going to drag over here our street label. And I'm going to, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of placing it to the center of our entire parcel here. And I'm just going to simply go back to that thing here just to type, just to get this highlighted. Paste that. Finish out the word drive. It'll look the same size. Okay. So in parentheses, you see the XO.O. So this is considered a right-of-way line, this front of this parcel. And I have to define how wide that public right-of-way width is. So we can look on the tax map, and it's going to see how I'm seeing this number 60?
Zoom in on it.
Okay. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to see a number that's defined here. So I'm seeing the 60, so I know that this right-of-way width is 60 foot wide. That's what the town maintains in front of the property. Or the municipality. And so that would include things like sidewalks, if there is such a thing as sidewalks. Fortunately for me, I don't have to draw the sidewalks. So that defines that. There's some other things that we're doing. I'm going to drag over this word right away. Going to place it over here to the right. I'm just going to eyeball. I'm just going to rotate this, and I'm just going to eyeball it, I think, just to kind of make it look like it's touching that line. And then there's something else that we do here. It's kind of defined by my blocks. We do a tie distance to a known point. And I'm just going to copy this over and over to here. And I just placed it at the endpoint of this corner here. And I probably know this because I've looked at the tax map a million times. But this whole roadway is actually ending right down here. So it's the end of the right of way. And I think it also goes to not sure who owns this. Oh, it's the school district. So this is the edge of our property. So I'm going to define 100 plus 100 equals 200. I'm going to go back to my drawing. And I'm going to say, type in 200.00 to end of right away. And let's go back and take another look at that map. And I'm going to say it ends at lot 3. So it just gives it another piece of information about where you're going to find this point. So let's go to add the words in at lot 3. Get out that period. So that it's a known point on the tax map. So I think this might be a good stopping point for this part 3, and come back for part 4. Why did I lose it?
That's down here. Click on this one. Stop sharing.